Hey everyone, I'm Mike from theparkprodigy.com, and on today's video, we're going to break down if you should stay at Disney's Yacht Club versus Disney's Beach Club Resort. And of course, this is such a very popular topic as these two Disney hotels are actually connected and they're located right next to each other. And in my opinion, they do share the best pool in Walt Disney World. So this is something that I think a lot of families are trying to figure out, something that a lot of families are looking at, and that's why we decided to create this video. So if you are in the process of planning a Walt Disney World trip, just be sure to stick around until the end. As always, I'm very excited, so let's go get started. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, we are about to break down all of the pros and the cons between Disney's Yacht Club versus Beach Club Resort. And of course, when deciding between both of the, Disney Yacht Club versus Beach Club for your vacation, it's essential to understand their unique features and the subtle differences that might influence your choice, right? I think a lot of times too, and I personally coming into this, I thought that the Disney Yacht Club was more expensive than the Beach Club. But as you'll see, I was very surprised that pricing is relatively, consistent. They're both pretty close to each other. And in a lot of situations, the Beach Club was actually more expensive. Which I really thought was interesting. But as you'll see, and as I stated, there's not that much to not love about these hotels. Both resorts offer luxurious accommodations from a nautical theme. They share almost all of their amenities because they are connected, like I said, and they do share the famous Stormalong Bay pool, which again, in my opinion, is the best pool in all of Walt Disney World. So I don't think you can go wrong, but again, you do have to make a choice, so that's what we're going to try to help you do in this video. And if you do need more videos like this, if you're planning a Disney World vacation, just be sure to subscribe to our channel as we have a lot more similar content coming out in the coming weeks. But let's jump right in and let's start essentially with one of the most important things, and that of course is going to be location and then the proximity specifically to Epcot in this case. So one of the things that I love about the Disney Yacht Club and Beach Club is that they are both centrally located in Walt Disney World. Now this is when we're comparing them to all of the 4 Disney World theme parks. They are located right on the Disney Boardwalk, and if you've been watching my channel, you already know I love the Disney Boardwalk. I love everything about it. I love how close you are to all of the fun and the excitement, to the restaurants, to all of that. And so, from that standpoint, you get that at both of these hotels. So, you can't go wrong in that sense. What I would say is, a lot of times guests want to be as close to Epcot as possible. And in that situation, we would say the Disney Beach Club is the closest of the two to Epcot. Now, is it a huge difference? It's probably about an extra, I don't know, 3 to 5 minute walk. Essentially think about how long it would take you to walk from one side of a hotel to the other, because that's pretty much what it is, right? I don't really see the huge benefit there, but on record, it is the closer of the two to Disney's Epcot. Okay, so moving over to number 2, and we would have to take a look at the rooms, right? Because I do think this is another very important thing, for guests who are trying to figure out, okay, between the two, which one is the best for my family, as I try to figure out the best accommodations for my group, right? And so both resorts offer rooms that are similar in size and start at a standard rate of approximately $522 per night. Now, I would say the main distinction comes in from the Beach Club Resort. The Beach Club has the villas, and if you're not familiar with Disney World and how the hotels work, is Disney does have a Disney Vacation Club, and the Disney Vacation Club villas essentially will allow guests to have upgraded accommodations, which essentially will have amenities such as washer and dryers, and then in some situations fully equipped kitchens, right, for those longer stays, or even if you're just staying a week, if you're the type of family, like dad cooks the best breakfast, you want to have your everything that you have at home you want to have on your Disney vacation, you can essentially go and take advantage of that at the Disney villas. So when it comes to the room types, here's essentially what we're looking at. Over in the Disney Yacht Club, we do have the regular resort view room. At this point in time, we have the water view room, we have a 2-bedroom suite, which is club level access, and then both of the resort view and the water view also come in club level access. Over to the Beach Club, we do have the resort view room, we have the water view room, we have the deluxe room, then we have a 1-bedroom suite with club level access, 2-bedroom suite with club level access, we have the Nantucket VP suite, club level access, Newport Presidential Suite, club level access. And then also now you could see the difference kind of within the rooms right there, from a combination standpoint, because I haven't even jumped into the villas yet. So from a villa standpoint, we have the deluxe studio, Then we have the 1 bedroom villa and the 2 bedroom villa. So as you can see, the beach club I just think has more accommodations for groups of different sizes. Very simply, outside of those club level, 2 bedroom suite, yacht club's pretty simple. Resort view, water view. I personally kind of like that just because it makes I could be very indecisive, especially when it comes to vacations. I'll sit there all day and think about what room do I want? Do I want the view? Do I not? I kind of like that it's just like, hey, resort view, water view. And this is something new that Disney's done, relatively recently to kind of just make it easier. I think really make it easier for them as Disney becomes more popular, just to kind of keep it easy from a putting guests in room standpoint. But another important thing, and we have to take this one step further, is the pricing, right? What is the difference between the pricing of all these accommodations? So over at the Yacht Club for the resort view room, we're pretty much at $674 the night I looked at anyway. And I believe this night was going to be right in the middle of July. So the resort view room, the price was $674. Over in the Disney Beach Club Resort, the resort view was $660. So in that case, Beach Club is slightly less. Over to the water view at the Disney Yacht Club Resort, the price for the water view for the night I looked was $786. And then over in the Disney Beach Club, the water view was $800. So again, you see it got interesting because right away Beach Club kind of swapped and it's more expensive. And then the deluxe room at the Beach Club was $854. I would say the other thing too that guests can do, and I personally think this way, I think, I kind of just compare like the cheapest for the Yacht Club versus the cheapest for the Beach Club. Technically, the cheapest option for the Beach Club was the deluxe studio. They are two different, kind of rooms. The biggest difference is that the resort view would really come with 2 queen beds, whereas the deluxe studio would come with really 1 queen bed and then a 1 pull-out sectional sofa bed. So there is a difference within the beds there, but from an apples to apples, I guess cheapest to cheapest, the deluxe studio is $650 per night, and then again the cheapest at the Yacht Club was $674 per night. So you could say there's definitely a little bit more of a variance there, but apples to apples, it's not a huge difference when you start to compare the two. And again, like I said, I was a little bit surprised to see that the Beach Club actually was a little bit more expensive in some situation. But I actually think that this is kind of better for guests, as it might not put as much pressure, especially financially, on which one you really need to go with. You might be able to actually go with which one you really prefer, and from a theming standpoint. So I think that's kind of cool. Okay, over to another really, really important thing that I love to talk about, and that, of course, is dining options. Now, again, I don't think this is like the biggest thing when you're trying to pick between the two, just because they are connected. So, it's very easy to go from one hotel to the other, especially from a dining standpoint. But over in the Disney Beach Club Resort, we do have Cape May Cafe, and it is important to note that this is a character dining experience, which I also think is really, really cool and convenient, and as one of the benefits of staying in one of these hotels. We have Martha's Vineyard, we have Beaches and Cream Soda Shop, which is, again, another one of my favorites. Great place, not just for ice cream, but also, for those lunches by the pool, stuff like that. We have Hurricane Hannah's, which is a quick service spot by the pool. And then over to Disney's Yacht Club Resort, we have Yachtsman Steakhouse, which is a lot of my favorites at these two hotels. Yachtsman is a great restaurant, though, one of the best steaks I've ever had in Orlando. We have Cruise Cup Lounge, we have Ale and Compass, and then we have Market and Ale and Compass, which is more of a quick service spot. But like I said, guests of both resorts can enjoy easy access to any of these dining options. I also love walking over to the Disney Boardwalk Resort, which is the hotel right across, along the way. And then you can also walk over to the Disney Dolphin or the Disney Swan. And then, like I said, you are within walking distance to Epcot. You are a gondola ride away from Hollywood Studios. I also can walk to Hollywood Studios from the Disney Boardwalk area. So from a dining standpoint, I think you have so many options between these two hotels. I don't really see, I don't see a negative from a dining standpoint at the two. Okay, and then last but not least, from an amenity standpoint, right? Like we said, I think the biggest thing here is that we spoke about pricing, we spoke about dining. From an amenity standpoint, most guests are trying to stay at this hotel because of the amazing pool, which is Stormalong Bay. And I think the fact that you have access to the pool between both of these hotels, doesn't matter which hotel you stay at, you do have access to this pool. I don't think there's a clear winner here, unfortunately, which I think, it's tough for me to even say that in video like this, because it's one versus the other. I'm trying to help you decide which one is the best fit for you. But I think that's important to understand that from a Stormalong Bay standpoint, you do have access from both. Like I said, from a pricing standpoint, it's pretty much apples to apples. It's really, really close, right? Unless you need those larger accommodations, then you typically will go with the Beach Club Resort. And then, of course, from a dining standpoint, it's relatively close. So as you could see, I think, a lot of times guests might not be as familiar with, how convenient it is to go from one hotel to the other, how similar they are from, an amenity standpoint, right? So I think that, hopefully in that sense, this video was very, very helpful for you. But that is pretty much it. That is the complete guide to Disney's Yacht Club versus Beach Club Resort. If it was me personally, I personally enjoy staying at the Yacht Club more. I'm from the, Northeast. I like how it has the, it's kind of more so the Nantucket feel. I just enjoy that a little bit more, right? But from an amenity standpoint, like if I see the Beach Club is a little bit cheaper, I'll typically book the Beach Club just because I'll save a couple bucks and I know that, hey, like I'm getting the exact same feel and amenities, stuff like that, right? So as you can see, it really is a personal preference, but I do hope that I gave you all enough at home that you can make that decision for yourself and feel confident and happy as you get ready for your next Disney World trip. And if you are in the process of booking a Disney World vacation and you do need a little additional help, just be sure to go check out our website, theparkprodigy.com. And as a thank you for sticking around all the way till the end of this video, I do have a special promo code that you can go and use on a discount Disney World vacation package. And that promo code is going to be MAGIC50 to get an extra $50 off a Disney World vacation package. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.